Good morning everyone. Today we shall do electric flux. Electric flux is represented by phi E. The total number of electric lines of forces crossing a given area is called electric flux. Means electric flux, we can define electric flux as the number of field lines passing perpendicular to the surface. कितनी field lines किसी surface से perpendicular निकलती हैं उसको उसका फ्लक्स बोलते हैं. जितना ज़्यादा आपके पास इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड होगा उतनी ज़्यादा फील्ड लाइंस होंगी एंड उतनी ज़्यादा फ्लक्स होगी. इसी तरह से ये एरिया पर भी डिपेंड करती है. जितना बड़ा एरिया होगा फील्ड लाइंस उतनी ज़्यादा क्रॉस कर सकती है तो फ्लक्स भी ज़्यादा हो जाएगी. मैथमेटिकली हम ई डॉट एस से देते हैं ई डॉट एन कैप एस, वेयर एस एरियल वेक्टर है एंड एन कैप इज यूनिट वेक्टर नॉर्मल टू एरिया, वेयर थीटा इज द एंगल बिटवीन ई एंड नॉर्मल टू एरिया. Now dimensional formula unit of phi E can be given by Newton meter square per coulomb, and dimensional formula phi E is given by we have to write down dimensions of E, then S, and then we will get m1 L cube T cube A minus 1. Now Gauss law. The total electric flux through a closed surface is 1 by epsilon naught times the total charge enclosed inside the closed surface. ये क्या कहता है कि अगर आपके पास नेट फ्लक्स थ्रू ए क्लोज लूप इज इक्वल टू 1 अपॉन एप्सिलॉन नॉट टाइम्स द चार्ज एनक्लोज्ड बाय द सरफेस. अगर आपके पास क्लोज सरफेस है और उस क्लोज सरफेस के अंदर क्यू चार्ज एनक्लोज्ड है तो आपके पास फ्लक्स कितनी होगी क्यू अपॉन एप्सिलॉन नॉट. मीन्स 1 अपॉन एप्सिलॉन नॉट टाइम्स द चार्ज क्यू चार्ज. या फिर आप इसको ऐसे याद कर सकते हैं कि क्यू चार्ज से क्यू अपॉन एप्सिलॉन नॉट फ्लक्स निकलती है. ठीक है, फाई ई इज इक्वल टू क्यू अपॉन एप्सिलॉन नॉट. दिस इज योर गॉस लॉ. अगेन गॉस लॉ क्या कहता है कि नेट फ्लक्स थ्रू क्लोज सरफेस कितनी होती है, किसी भी क्लोज सरफेस में नेट फ्लक्स कितनी होगी 1 अपॉन एप्सिलॉन नॉट टाइम्स द टोटल चार्ज एनक्लोज्ड इन द क्लोज्ड सरफेस. नाउ प्रूफ. If we consider a charge Q situated at the center of the closed surface, अगर Q चार्ज enclosed है किसी closed surface के अंदर एंड आपने क्या ले लिया, ये एरिया एलिमेंट ले लिया. इफ डी एस इज द स्मॉल एलिमेंट्री एरिया, पहले हम स्मॉल एरिया के लिए निकालेंगे एंड एन कैप क्या हो जाएगा आपके पास एरिया वेक्टर हो जाएगा. ठीक है, देन हेयर ई एंड एन बोथ आर इन द सेम डायरेक्शन, देन ई इज पैरेलल टू एन कैप. ई डॉट एन इज इक्वल टू ई कॉस 0 इज इक्वल टू ई. ठीक है, यहाँ से ई आ गया. नाउ देयरफॉर इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स थ्रू ए क्लोज्ड सरफेस विल बी. इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स हमें पता है, हम कैसे दे सकते हैं ई डॉट एन कैप डी एस. तो ई डॉट एन कैप को वी कैन राइट ई डी एस. वी विल टेक ई आउटसाइड द इंटीग्रेशन एंड ई इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ डी एस. इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ डी एस surface area. Formula for surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r square, but E is equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square. We already knew that. Then phi E, by putting values 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon r square, this is the value of E. Now 4 pi r square is equal to 4 pi r square से cancel out हो जाएगा and we are left with Q upon epsilon naught. Hence phi E comes out to be equal to Q upon epsilon naught. This is your Gauss law. Now deduction of Coulomb's law from Gauss law. ठीक है, using suppose Q is the charge enclosed in the surface whose radius is r. Let us consider small area element ds and electric field will act outward and area vector will also act outward like this. Then phi E can be given by E dot n cap ds is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. We already knew that. Then E is parallel to n cap. E dot n can be written as E. Then we can write E dot ds. E ds is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. Take E outside from the integration. Then E ds is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. ds integration of ds will be surface area. Total surface area will be 4 pi r square is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. Then E comes out to be Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square. But we know that E is equal to F upon Q naught. So F upon Q naught is equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square. From here we can get F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q naught upon r square. So this is your Coulomb's law. Now we shall do applications of Gauss law. First one, electric field. Applications of Gauss law. First one, electric field intensity at a point due to infinitely long line of a charge. हमें आपको अभी क्या निकालना है? We have to find out electric field intensity at any point P at a distance r from a infinitely long line of a charge या from a wire. ठीक है. If we want to calculate the electric field any point P at a distance r from the line of charge, we want to calculate electric field intensity at point P at a distance r. So we consider a cylinder. So first of all we have to create a Gaussian surface. हमने एक closed surface बना लिया. Then we consider a cylinder of radius r and length l as Gaussian surface. If ds, यहाँ पर हमने एक ds small area element ले लिया at point P, the electric field E at the surface will be outwards and electric field E पॉजिटिव से बाहर की तरफ जाएगा. इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड E आपका आउटवर्ड डायरेक्शन में एक्ट करेगा. At the surface will be the unit vector normal to ds is in the direction of E, and the unit vector E will also act in the direction of n cap. Then E dot n can be written as E at the surface, but at the ends of the cylinder, that is E perpendicular to n cap. Therefore E dot n is equal to 0. Means at the end of the cylinder we have E will act in this direction and n cap will act radially outward like this, and E will act in this direction. So angle between E and n is 90 degrees. So E dot n comes out to be 0 because angle is theta and angle is 90, theta is 90 and cos 90 is 0. So there will be no contribution of the ends to the electric field. The only electric flux is due to the surface of the cylinder. तो जो भी इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स होगी आपके पास that will be due to the surface of the cylinder. नाउ यूजिंग मीन्स इस सरफेस की वजह से होगी. ये जो एंड्स है इनकी वजह से कोई आपके पास इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड नहीं होगी, फ्लक्स नहीं होगी, आपके पास सिर्फ ये सरफेस की वजह से होगी. नाउ यूजिंग गॉस लॉ वी विल अप्लाई गॉस लॉ. नाउ ई डॉट एन कैप डी एस इज इक्वल टू क्यू अपॉन एप्सिलॉन नॉट. गॉस लॉ क्या कहता है कि फ्लक्स जो होगी दैट विल बी इक्वल टू 1 अपॉन एप्सिलॉन नॉट टाइम्स ऑफ द क्यू चार्ज एनक्लोज्ड in the closed surface. So by applying that law, E dot n cap ds is equal to q upon epsilon naught. Then E ds is equal to q upon epsilon naught. Taking E outside, then surface area of the cylinder can be written as all of you know that 2 pi rl is equal to q upon epsilon naught. From here E comes out to be q upon 2 pi epsilon naught rl. Okay. Now if lambda is linear density of charge, then charge per unit length is equal to q upon L. Now from here Q comes out to be lambda L. Now E is equal to lambda, putting this value here, then E comes out to be lambda L 2 pi epsilon naught R, or E is lambda upon 2 pi epsilon naught R. In vector form we can write it as like this. So L, putting Q is equal to lambda L here, L will cancel out and we will get E is equal to lambda upon 2 pi epsilon naught R. In vector form E vector is equal to lambda 2 pi epsilon naught R cap. Now we can see that E is, from this expression it is very much clear that E is inversely proportional to R. If you want to plot a graph then between E and R, then it will be like this. Means if R increases, value of E decreases. With the increasing value of R, value of E is decreasing. Okay students, now we shall do another application of Gauss law, that is electric field intensity at a point due to infinite sheet of charge. Let us consider this is the infinite sheet of the charge. So we will create a Gaussian surface here. Electric field will move like this and radial vector will be like this and on the surface of the cylinder, and the ends of the cylinder electric field, direction of the electric field will be like this, and aerial vector will be also be in the same direction. Now if we consider thin sheet of charge, then sigma is equal to surface charge density upon में area. Now sigma can be written as q upon ds. Now q comes out to be sigma ds. To find E at point P at a distance r from the sheet, we draw Gaussian surface as a cylinder of cross-sectional area ds and length 2r passing through the sheet. Okay. Now for the Gaussian surface, the edges of the cylinder will contribute to the electric flux. एजिस क्यों कंट्रीब्यूट करेंगे? क्योंकि अभी यहाँ पर E एंड N की सेम डायरेक्शन है, बट वायर के अंदर क्या था कि E प्रिपेंडिकुलर था, तो थीटा वॉज 90 डिग्री, सो दे वर नॉट कंट्रीब्यूटिंग. ठीक है. फॉर द Gaussian surface, the edges of the cylinder will contribute to electric flux E there since E is parallel to N cap, but there will be no इस केस में आपके पास सरफेस का कोई कंट्रीब्यूशन नहीं रहेगा, क्योंकि E will act like this, and aerial vector will be in this direction, so angle between them is 90 degree, so and cos 90 is 0, so contribution to the electric flux will be from the edges or from the ends of the cylinder, but there will be no contribution from the surface of the cylinder. But therefore electric flux at the edges will be twice of E dot n cap ds. So phi E comes out to be 2E ds. This is our first equation. Now using Gauss law, we can write flux. By applying Gauss law also we can write flux. Flux क्या आएगी आपके पास Gauss law apply करने के बाद E dot n cap ds is equal to q upon epsilon naught. So by equating these two equations, 2E ds is equal to q upon epsilon naught. So ds will get cancelled out. Putting value of q, sigma ds, then E comes out to be sigma upon 2 epsilon naught. If infinite plane sheet of charge has uniform thickness, then 2E ds is equal to q upon epsilon naught. E dot ds is equal to q upon 2 epsilon naught, that is equal to sigma upon ds upon 2 epsilon naught. So यहाँ से आपके पास ds से cancel out हो जाएगा, and E comes out to be sigma by 2 epsilon naught. So infinite plane sheet of charge has uniform thickness. Now students, we shall do another application of Gauss law. Electric field at a point due to uniformly charged spherical shell. Another application is, it is very important application, electric field at a point due to uniformly charged spherical shell. Suppose this is our spherical shell with radius r. Now capital R. Now we shall draw a Gaussian surface with radius r if we want to find out electric field at point P outside the shell. Okay. There are three cases. We shall study them one by one. First of all, outside the shell. If plus q charge is given to a spherical shell of radius r, let us consider thin shell of radius capital R. Let q charge be distributed over this shell, है ना. इधर आपने q चार्ज को डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर दिया है ओवर द सरफेस. इमेजिन अ सरफेस S1 विद सेंटर O एंड रेडियस स्मॉल r. S1 जो है आपके पास गॉसियन सरफेस है. Now if ds is small elementary area, then E is parallel to n cap, both are in the same direction, then E dot n can be written as E. Now applying Gauss law, E dot n cap ds is equal to q upon epsilon naught. E dot ds is equal to q upon epsilon naught. Then E can be taken outside the integration, and ds surface area will be surface area of sphere is 4 pi r square is equal to q upon epsilon naught. So from here E is equal to q upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square. So this is the electric field outside the shell. Now when point lies outside the shell, then it appears from the expression that the entire charge is concentrated at the center of the shell. Now we will define now we will define sigma surface charge density. सरफेस चार्ज डेंसिटी क्या होता है? चार्ज पर यूनिट एरिया. ओके, चार्ज पर यूनिट सरफेस एरिया, चार्ज q अपॉन 4 पाई आर स्क्वायर. देयरफॉर q कैन बी रिटन एज सिग्मा 4 पाई आर स्क्वायर. पुटिंग वैल्यू ऑफ दिस q इन फर्स्ट इक्वेशन, वी विल गेट E इज इक्वल टू 1 बाई 4 पाई एप्सिलॉन नॉट सिग्मा 4 पाई आर स्क्वायर अपॉन स्मॉल आर स्क्वायर. सो 4 पाई कैंसिल आउट हो जाएगा. E कम्स आउट इक्वल टू सिग्मा आर स्क्वायर अपॉन एप्सिलॉन नॉट आर स्क्वायर. This is the electric field on the surface. So on the surface, electric field comes out to be sigma upon epsilon naught. Now if point lies on the shell, then r becomes equal to capital R. Then from 1 we can write it as E is equal to q upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square. From equation 2, E comes out to be sigma upon epsilon naught r square will get cancelled. And the third case, if point P lies inside the shell, then there will be no charge inside the cell, so electric field will also be 0 inside the shell. Now this is the graph between sigma upon epsilon naught and r, or you can say between E and R. So at when r is equal to 0, so electric field is inside the sphere, electric field is 0. So it will be like this. Here electric field value of E is 0, and on the surface when r is equal to r, E is maximum, and outside the sphere it decreases like this. It is inversely proportional to E. Okay students, that's all.